Expungements. So I'm Marc Lopez, and this is
Cassie. I'm one of the paralegals here.
She is one of the greatest paralegals here. And we're going to do a quick video on expungements. And so Cassie handles lots of the phone calls, people looking for expungement information, whether they want to get started, or just general questions. So Cassie, what are some of the questions people are asking when they're calling about expungements?
So a good question is, how do we get started?
That's super easy. Once you get us hired, we're going to send you an email. Inside that email, there's a link. You click that link, and it's going to ask you all the questions we need to get started with expungement. Once that's filled out, it comes to both me and Cassie, and also another paralegal named Miss Mabe. And all three of us get together, we figure out exactly what we have to do, and we take action. It's a pretty quick process.
How long will it take if I have a misdemeanor or a felony?
Someone who's been convicted of a misdemeanor has to wait 5 years from the day they were convicted before they can ask for expungement. Someone that's convicted of a felony has to wait 8 years from the time they were convicted of the felony. That's for level 6 felonies. A case just came out where it's kind of throwing it up in the air a little bit how long you have to wait if you get convicted of a level 6 felony and it's reduced to a misdemeanor. So it could be between 5 and 6. That case is still fresh, and the Court of Appeals even said, hey, Indiana legislature, we need some guidance on this. So that's a little bit in flux right now, but generally 5 years for a misdemeanor, 8 years for a felony, and it can be as low as 5 years if your felony was reduced to a misdemeanor. But that might take a little bit of investigation on the attorney's part.
Now, what about if I wasn't convicted, if the case was thrown out or dismissed?
That's a great question. So if your case has been thrown out, dismissed, or somehow you just did something and it wasn't a conviction, you have to wait 1 year from the day you were arrested. So you get arrested on January 1st, case gets dismissed June 15th. You can't get rid of it July, August, September, October, November, December. You can get rid of it in January, from 1 year from the date it was filed.
Now, let's say I got in trouble in Ohio. Can you expunge my conviction in Ohio?
No. I can only expunge things in Indiana. I'm only licensed in Indiana, and quite frankly, I don't even know other states' expungement processes. Some states have automatic expungement after a certain number of years. Some states don't even allow expungement. So it's all over the map, but I know a lot of really good people in other states. If you need help in other states with expungements, I will definitely send you in the right direction.
So how long does the process take for an expungement?
That's a great question. Essentially, a lot's going to depend on you. Get us the information we need as soon as possible. And then once we have that information, we're going to draft up a proposed document, send it to you, you're going to review it, you're going to sign off on it, and then we're going to file it. The state of Indiana has 30 days to respond to that expungement. They can either agree, they can object, or they can even ask, hey, we want some more time. If they don't respond, the court has to grant it under some circumstances. So it can go really fast. I tell all my clients how long it's going to take. I say, give me 60 days. It might be a little bit sooner than that, depending on how convoluted or crazy your history is. Might be a little bit longer, but that's a great little time benchmark. So expect about 60 days until you hear differently.
How many expungements can you do?
So in Indiana, a person can expunge their record one time. And so if you have convictions in Allen County, Lake County, Marion County, Shelby County, you have to file 4 separate expungement petitions, and you actually have to file them within 1 year of each other. Because if you file them a year and a day, you're not allowed to do that. So you have to get all your ducks in a row, and it's super important that you get everything at the same time. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do it. And that's something we take very seriously here. We don't want anyone to waste their expungement opportunity. And so part of our service here, we're actually trying to get the limited criminal history of a person to compare that with what the person actually puts in their forms. What other questions you got?
So what kind of person can benefit from an expungement?
Anybody that has been convicted of a crime or been arrested and they're eligible to have their record expunged can benefit. So we're talking college kids before they're heading out to that first big job interview. We're talking about people that are unemployed, that are trying to get a better job. We're talking about people that are underemployed, people that are trying to apply for new jobs to better their situation for themselves and their family. People that are going to be starting dating again. Anybody that would be a little bit embarrassed if someone typed their name into mycase.in.gov and typed their name in there and it popped up their criminal conviction. Anybody that's trying to get a little bit more privacy in their life. Someone that's running for local office. Anybody that is just basically saying, hey, I paid enough, whatever I did in the past, and I want to move forward. So everybody can benefit from this. If you have a criminal conviction and you're eligible, there's no reason not to take advantage of this. People that are underemployed or looking for jobs, or people that thinking they might be looking for jobs, you don't want to wait until the interview is next week, because one of the issues that we have, hey, I got a great opportunity. Can you get this happen next week? How fast can we do this? How about next Tuesday? Will it be done? And the answer is no. Under the absolute best circumstances, it takes 30 days. But in reality, it's closer to 60. So when you need it is not the time to ask for it. When you need it, you want to already have it done. I love my job. I love helping people. I love fighting in the courtroom. Expungement is truly get a little warm glow in the center of my body, because for the most part, these people had a single conviction and they paid their debt to society and they're ready to move on. And it's a great feeling when you hand someone a piece of paper saying, hey, your record is clean. So don't feel bad about using it. If you have any questions, give us a call, 317-632-3642. And remember, always plead the fifth.